So the biggest thing for me is I'm a big like look into the future type of person. My family hasn't really come from a whole lot. So that's a big thing for me. Like obviously the financial opportunity, it's not just for me, it's for everybody else in the family. Like I want to be the person that creates the generational wealth for my family. Like Cutco's a good spot to at least start that. But also just like the values and the lessons I can learn, I'll be able to relay that to my kids and other people that really need it along the line. I'm like growing every day I'm here. Until I stop growing with Vector, I don't see a reason to leave. All right, I'm Brady Rockwell. I'm from Kearney, Nebraska. I didn't work the first 2 years of college, and I found Vector my sophomore year of college. But before that, I roofed and then I mowed lawns for a little bit in high school. I was playing football when I found Vector, so I wasn't really working, doing anything like that. I was focusing on school and football. I saved up enough money throughout high school, so I didn't really need to work. Then I randomly found out about the job from this kid at this little event we went to on campus. My financial situation wasn't good. When I first found Vector, it was kind of terrible. I was the skeptical one coming in. I did my own research, and obviously when you look it up, you know what comes up, all the stuff. But my mom told me to do it. It's probably the best thing that I've ever listened to my mom to tell me to do. And it was actually my friends who gave me negativity. Like, I don't like your job. It was more like, you're selling knives. Who does that? Blah, blah, blah. So it wasn't really from like the family aspect. My family's always been supportive. It's mainly just my friends making fun of me for selling knives. So what made me say it was like, okay, let's give it a try. It wasn't necessarily like going through the interview or anything, but I decided to go through it then anyway. I got into training. They incentivized Cabo. The first plan was win the Cabo trip, quit the job, make a lot of money, and then just quit. But then I went to Cabo, had a one-on-one with Tyler and kind of the importance, and we kind of goal shared on what I wanted for my life. I was like, oh, okay, I can actually learn a lot here. This is a great commitment, great network, and it's definitely the biggest opportunity I've ever had. My best customer story was probably back in SC2 when I sold one knife to this one customer a while back and they lost it. And that was a whole ordeal because they got mad at me because we wouldn't replace it, things like that. But then they came back out to me and like kind of like apologized, things like that. I ended up selling them a set, hooked them up with some free stuff, and then now they actually like marketed for me to like other customers. And actually in my SC2 push, that actually helped me win like two other sets. And now I didn't even show demos to those people. It was just from one customer that originally liked Cutco and then hated it and then loved it again. So yeah, that was pretty cool. The biggest thing for me is probably like this job for me. I classify it as a job, but also a mentorship. The amount of like life skills, like if I want to learn about real estate, I can go learn about real estate. If I want to learn about life insurance, I can learn about life insurance. There's people that have tons of different experience. I mean, those people you meet, the connections you make, they can hook you up with other people down the line too. That's kind of what surprised me the most was how big the network was and how big of like an opportunity this actually is, how much I can actually learn from just like the job title selling knives. Flexibility is probably the biggest thing. I used to work a lot of blue collar. I hated clocking in at 9 to 5 and being told what to do. So definitely being your own boss is the best thing ever. I can make my own schedule. And if I don't want to work one week, then I don't have to. It allows me to still be responsible financially and make enough money to support myself and the things I want to do. But it also allows me to give time to the people that are most important in my life. So I think that's probably the biggest advantage for working for Vector. So crucial conversations for sure. Communication for me coming to college was terrible. I didn't have a network of people. I had friends that I've made. That was just from going out with other friends, like the people I met in my dorm room. I never really networked for myself. And then having like crucial conversations with people. So the conversations nobody really wants to have, but you kind of have to have them anyway. What I say to them is just, why not? Why wouldn't you go try it? I get a lot of questions. They see me post on Instagram and stuff about like going to Minneapolis, going to Cabo, going to Chicago, Wisconsin, all these different places. As a 21-year-old, that's unheard of. You never travel for business, anything like that. And people that are still skeptical of it, whether it's for, I don't know if this is real or not. And the worst thing that can happen in this job is somebody just tells you no. So why not just try it? If this can turn into something that could absolutely change your life, then why would you turn this down?